In this video, we are going to talk about 10 hidden places in USA. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. The enormous variety of the terrain in the United States has been much discussed, but few people have ever gone far enough to see the entire scope of it. On one piece of land in North America, you'll find island cities, jagged mountains, rugged canyons, sparkling coastlines, and a rainbow of various tree kinds. With all of the distinctive characteristics of each state comes its own history. Certain regions were established by the Germans, leaving an indelible Bavarian architectural sense. Others were colonized by the Spanish, leaving an otherworldly gastronomic approach. Some are just all American, with structures dating back to the American Revolution that have seen the march of time and administrations. As demonstrated by the noticeable absence of blocks oppressively packed with tall concrete buildings, fancy hotel chains, or celebrity chef restaurants, most are not typically the go-to locations for visitors. All are worth a visit, if not a full arrival and exploration. Check out these 10 undiscovered travel treasures in the United States for genuine wilderness thrill and a whole new perspective on America's narrative. Number 10. Pikeville, Kentucky. Pikeville, Kentucky, is a lively little town surrounded by mountains, meandering rivers, vast parks, and plenty of outdoor adventure for nature enthusiasts. Nature and history are interwoven here, providing tourists and residents alike a terrain rich in both natural beauty and history to walk or cycle through while sharing a look with the early pioneers. At the conclusion of the Civil War, the Hatfield-McCoy Trail was the scene of a legendary feud, bloodshed, tears, vengeance, and funerals between the family clans of Devil Aunts, Hatfield and Randall McCoy. It's now a fantastic spot for riding ATVs, dirt bikes, and UTVs. Riders may enjoy a difficult but beautiful journey over steep mountains and magnificent views of ancient coal country, which snaking across multiple counties and 6 trail systems of different terrain types. Number 9. Natchez, Mississippi. Natchez is a crossroads of Southern history, bringing together many of the region's disparate elements in one exciting location. One cannot help but admire the stately antebellum homes, some of which are located in the heart of large plantations, as one does much of the South. Then there's the Forks of the Roads Market, which had the most active enslaved African trade in Mississippi prior to the Civil War. The memory of pioneers and frontiersmen disembarking into a seedy waterside world of gamblers, smugglers, and pimps lingers near the harbor. Finally, there are the ruins of sites that existed before the Western world was completed, such as Native American villages and ceremonial sites that were nearly erased from the map by Eastern settlers. Aside from the town's rich and tumultuous history, visitors can stop by the Isle of Capri Casino for a round of gambling on a grand old riverboat, or end a day gallivanting around town with a meal at the festive saloon and restaurant, Magnolia Grill, for a dish of the region's best seafood and produce. Number 8. Leavenworth, Washington. Welcome to Leavenworth, a unique alpine town in the United States. This town is a patchwork of quaint alpine chateaux, rowdy beer halls, and Bavarian folk culture, nestled on the low ridges of the Washington Cascades, an authentic German getaway in the heart of the Pacific Northwest. Season to season, the town's personality evolves into something new. Leavenworth is a mecca for hikers and bikers, climbers and golfers looking to take advantage of the warm sun and enticing hill trails during the summer, while the autumn ushers in the Bavarian spirit with beer festivals and harvest celebrations. When the warmth of open fires oozes from the doors of cafes and Munich-inspired eateries in the winter, the town has become famous for its warm light displays and Christmas spirit. Number 7. Arcata, California. Arcata is a small, tight-knit hamlet in Humboldt County, not far from Eureka. It's a tiny community where people and nature have a strong relationship. Inhabitants go out of their way to preserve the forests and animals, the huge redwoods offer shelter and entertainment, and the cuisine is fresh since it's made with locally obtained products. The North Coast Adventure Center, which provides a tour unlike any other, allows visitors to get up and personal with the redwoods. Visitors wear a harness, climb up 70 to 100 feet on the backs of the huge trees, then zip through the forest on 3 lines, rather than viewing the trees from the ground. It's hard not to feel youthful and vibrant from that height, and the views of Humboldt Bay are spectacular. Number 6. Rosendale, New York. Rosendale, located less than 2 hours from New York City, Hartford, and Albany, is an ideal small-town retreat for anybody looking to get away from the city. With the towering Catskill Mountains and Rondout Creek snaking around the backdrop and comfortable and inexpensive cafes, pubs, and shops in town, civilization and nature operate in perfect harmony. The majority of the structures were built in the early 1900s after a catastrophic fire in 1895 destroyed half of the town. Since the Woodstock Music Festival, a growing number of artists and entrepreneurs have relocated to Rosendale, creating a vibrant arts culture and small business community. It's the only location in the world where you can see an art performance in an abandoned limestone mine. The town also organizes a number of town-wide street festivals, as well as a mix of traditional and modern community-minded businesses. Bartlesville, Oklahoma is ranked number 5. Bartlesville may be a tiny town, but it boasts one of the most unique skylines in the United States. The structures represent the Art Deco and industrial architecture of the 1930s and onwards. Most notably, Frank Lloyd Wright's lone skyscraper gleams amid the widely scattered residential complexes, commercial buildings, and hotels, and were once and possibly permanently a major petroleum center. This stunning 19-story landmark structure, which opened in 1956, welcomes visitors with its imposing architectural design, changing exhibitions, and a permanent collection of works by Bruce Goff, Dennis Oppenheim, and others. A beautiful hotel at the top of Price Tower is worth a peek simply for the view, but visitors can grab a drink and soak in the vertigo at Copper Bar. Number 4. Fort Bragg, California. Fort Bragg has a historic history as a company town, but it has recently resurfaced as a beautiful coastal tourist destination. It's a 3-hour drive north of San Francisco, and it's definitely off the main road, but those are the greatest kinds of getaways. The Glass Beach, however, is Fort Bragg's coolest boast. Heaps of abandoned debris, whiskey bottles, pre-1967 vehicle taillights, shattered apothecary bottles, and broken windows were thrown into the ocean and washed ashore, literally smoothed down and glittering in the sunshine, creating the Glass Beach. Fort Bragg is a wonderful place to wander and explore, with beautiful beaches, huge coastal views, a big botanical garden, and superb local food and wine. Number 3. Ruidoso is a town in the state of New Mexico. Ruidoso is the place to go if you've ever been intrigued by the history of the American West and want to hunt down the ghosts of Billy the Kid and Kit Carson and walk the warm paths that many a cowboy boot has trodden on. Lincoln County, a historic gold mining area, is rich in history that smoothly merges into Ruidoso's present. The surrounding landscape, the mighty snow-capped peaks of the Sierra Blanca Mountains to the south offer the best skiing in New Mexico, and the breathtaking pale plains of White Sands to the north abounds with flavorful southwestern cuisine, and every angle offers an opportunity to admire the surrounding landscape. Number 2. Alaska's Kodiak Island. Kodiak Island is a one-of-a-kind piece of Alaskan seafood paradise. This island, which is made up of 7 settlements and is located just off the coast of Anchorage in the Gulf of Alaska, is the United States' second biggest island. Kodiak Island, with its cultural mix of Russian monuments and Orthodox churches, as well as strong connections to its Native American tribes, appears quite different from the rest of America and has a very distinct past. Fort Abercrombie State Historical Park provides historical importance to a Kodiak vacation beyond being a beautiful and biologically varied place to camp, cycle, or walk about. Several Aleutian islands were controlled by Japanese troops during World War II, and Fort Abercrombie was constructed to defend Kodiak from this very real danger. Number 1. Fredericksburg, Texas. All it takes is a walk along Main Street to get a feel of Fredericksburg's history. In the 1830s, thousands of German immigrants arrived in central Texas, bringing with them their culture, architecture, food, and, most importantly, drink. They not only built beer gardens, some of which still exist today, but they also planted the grape seeds that resulted in the dozens of vineyards that now dot the Texas Hill Country. Fredericksburg's gourmet culture is also unexpectedly world-class, with residents flocking to Hondo's for donut burgers, jalapeno margaritas, and live music on a daily basis. What do you think about our video? Which of the above you like the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications before you go. Thanks for watching.